name is Courtney Fay.
Hi, I'm Sujata Subramanian.
We get together from participating in our electoral process, volunteering on political campaigns. Through our volunteering, we have talked with a lot of people who are not voters. It's not surprising to us. In 2016, 120 million registered voters voted. 90 million did not.
We often hear from non-voters that they don't feel like politics is for them or their thing. Others will say it just seems like too much to pay attention to, or that their vote really doesn't mean anything. We believe that voting and making your voice heard with your elected officials is for everyone. And we don't think it has to take more than 5 minutes a day.
That's right. This is the first in what will be a series of videos where we will show you how you can take 5 minutes a day to do things like make sure you're registered to vote, find resources for connecting with your elected representatives, as well as comparing candidates for an election.
We'll also talk about election deadlines and absentee voting, and about how our continued engagement in the process is the only way we can improve the way our government works for us. We will discuss technology that we already have, which can be leveraged into a tool for exercising our democracy.
We believe that a democracy is an agreement, that a government is by the people and for the people. It turns out, though, that it will only be for the people when it is by the people, and it is not right now.
Exactly. Fulfilling the promise of this country is not a fix-it-and-forget-it idea. It is a living thing that we must achieve and then protect. The good news is that we can get our government to work for us. This is something that the great leaders of our nation have echoed throughout the last 244 years. We can do better.
We hope you'll make the choice to honor the agreement of a democracy as imperative to its ability to function properly. This means paying attention to our government, telling our elected representatives how we want to be represented, paying attention to how they legislate, execute, and enforce the laws, and then supporting the candidates who will serve all our American communities.
So this first video will be the first thing we suggest Americans do. This is whether you already do vote or don't but want to start. Our goal will be to help you become connected with your representatives, your government, and your power to have a say. We suggest each American spend just 5 minutes a day towards this effort.
The first step we need to do is make sure we are registered to vote. Even if you think you are registered, it is a good idea to check every year. This will only take 5 minutes, we promise.
There are lots of great national websites like vote.org and Rock the Vote. I prefer to go straight to the source, My Board of Elections. Simply Google the county and state you live in and Board of Elections.
Here I'll show you my process and what that looks like. I Google Monroe County, New York, Board of Elections. First result is My Board of Elections. There's a lot of information right on the homepage. You can see that there are the commissioners listed and the contact information. On the left, there's a bunch of resources including absentee voting information, early voting, polling sites, election results, and more. For now, let's just check my registration and see what info is available. The first option at the top is Am I registered to vote? I'll click on that and find out. Here, I just put in my information. And then I click Get Voter Info. Now I can see all of the information that is tied to my registration. I see that I am registered to vote, my polling place, and the districts that I'm in for Congressional, Senate, Assembly, Legislative, and City Council. If I scroll down, I can see a comprehensive list of every elected official who represents me at the federal, state, local, county, and local levels of government. How great is that?
Now when I go to mine, you'll see it's a little different. I live in Brooklyn, and there's one Board of Elections website for the city of New York. But when I scroll down, I see that I have pretty much the same sort of options, and there's my Am I registered to vote? I click on that, and I see I have two options. I can either call them or I can check online. I'll go ahead and check online. Enter all my details as Courtney did. And there's my voter information. If you have trouble navigating your Board of Elections site, comment on this video and we will help you if we can.
Absolutely. So everyone who's watching, take this first step. And if you aren't registered, apply and get that done. This is a great day one task and one that we just need to do on a yearly basis to make sure our polling place doesn't change, our district lines don't change, and that our registration doesn't get purged from the voter rolls.
There is an election every year, and it is important to make a yearly cycle out of the process of participating in our democracy. This really should only take you about 5 minutes, but feel free to look around the website. This is a department of the government that works for you and all of us. It is your Board of Elections.
Thank you for taking a moment to view this first video in our series, which we are calling 5 Minutes for Democracy. We believe democracy isn't just for everyone, we believe it must be by everyone. In our next videos, we will be discussing more tasks you can do to make being involved in your democracy as easy as possible. We will go over things we can do to be participating members of democracy, as well as tools and resources to help us do that.
Thank you all for taking this time with us today. To close out, there is a quote that has been attributed to many over the years. Regardless of who said it, the truth remains, decisions are made by those who show up. We need all Americans to show up for this democracy to work. We hope you'll join us.